the outcome. Maybe not necessarily have Sasha Banks win it like everybody wants yet, but have him help Sasha and cause Becky to end up winning it somehow. And not to put Sasha under, you could have him.
Charlotte deserved it, bro.
I mean, they all deserve their moment, but then again, it's hard to pick who gets it first, I guess.
But back to the Zack Ryder, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Sin Cara, Stardust, and the Miz match. How about that, bro? How about that?
How about that Sami Zayn doing a front flip through the middle of the ladder? That was great.
Sin Cara doing a crossbody on Stardust. Stardust folding, looking like he was broken.
Yeah, put through the ladder. I'm pretty sure he felt broken. And not only that, I think Stardust took a skull-crushing finale off the corner of the top of one of the ladders.
And somebody, I can't quite predict. I can't quite put my finger on who, but the reason why I really want to go back to this match is
because you predicted Ziggler would woo win. We know.
Ryder.
Oh yeah, I said. Well, I think Ziggler was one of your first, or no, it was your dad's.
Ziggler, I
wanted Sami Zayn to win. I would have been. Cool
I wanted Ziggler to win.
I would have been cool with Ziggler winning because they're putting him over a little bit before as the build up to Mania. But I would also not take anything away from Zack Ryder. He, in his promo, I believe you missed, your dad and I were watching, and he was talking about, or no, actually I think you saw the promo, you missed the one after that. He was talking about that, how his dream, his WrestleMania moment, what he'd been working for his whole life, that was not just the best moment of his career, but the best moment of his life. And then they later on had a commercial with Ric Flair, Charlotte, and Dolph was in it. A promo commercial, kind of. And it shows Charlotte, or not Charlotte, but it shows Ric Flair standing there talking to Zack Ryder. Like, you're a champion now. Come on, I want to hear it. Woo! And then Zack Ryder goes, woo, woo, woo. And he's like, no, you're doing it wrong. You're a champion now. I want to hear it. And then he does it again. The way he does it, not Ric Flair's woo. And Ric Flair pulls out he even has Ziggler walk by and say his woo, and his sounds like Ric Flair and everything. It's pretty funny. He goes on, and then you see Ric Flair, pull a Snickers out of his pocket and say, here, you're hungry, or you're confused when you're hungry, have a Snickers. And then Zack Ryder with his Intercontinental title changes to Charlotte, and she goes, woo, it's great. And I think this was before she'd even defended the title, so she was still holding the pink butterfly Divas Championship.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
It was after not Ziggler, but Zack Ryder had already won the title.
Damn, I didn't see that.
You got the network, so you can go rewatch it. It was a pretty fucking cool commercial. Your dad and I were digging it.
That's pretty cool. I would have rewound that if I would have.
Yeah, and then in the middle of that triple threat match, man, Charlotte did a lion salt. I guess Lita in the building triggered her inner athleticism and daredevil because
man, we are not there yet, bro. Chris Jericho defeated AJ Styles.
Yeah, I really thought AJ Styles was going to be put over, but
how about that?
Jericho's they said it was his 12th WrestleMania.
Man,
he had him in a couple of walls of Jericho's. I think he never took a flying forearm.
That was crazy.
He got, what was his signature move that
was probably
AJ
shock
Styles,
value of the night right there.
Well, yeah, because Jericho's always usually brought to put somebody over, but that springboard codebreaker was sick. It ended the match about probably 15, 20 minutes in. And
17 minutes and 10 seconds.
See, yeah, it was a great match.
It was good.
And the only thing I don't like about it is I think Jericho was set to be there for 3 months and leave after Mania. The only problem is now that rivalry is at a 2-2 stalemate.
And AJ Styles.
Y2J.
AJ Styles.
Y2J.
I
really thought he was going to lose, but I'm glad he won. Shocked at the moment, like you said, probably shock value of the night, except for I was a little upset that Taker decided he wasn't getting elbowed again.
League of Nations.
And the
Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio, and Rusev.
From start to finish.
With King Barrett defeated The New Day, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods in a 6-man tag team match. Because of Wade Barrett, nice assist. But the match,
Because of Wade Barrett, nice assist. And 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 because of Wade Bar that match from even before it started was awesome, and then the match itself was kind of slow.
I think the problem. I think the reason that the New Day lost is because it looked like they spent all day in a cereal box.
Not only just that, yeah. I mean, they came out. That's what I'm saying. It started off great. They came out in a cereal box of Bootios, obviously, and
what?
Wade Barrett picked up the assist for League of Nations only so he can get in the ring and claim that no 3 men in history can take on the League of Nations. To which the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels music hit. Shawn. As Sensational Sherry would have said back in the day. Before he even stopped dancing to his own music, he was supposed to point with his patented taunt, and he did. He did a little late. Mick Foley's music hit. And this is where the biggest suspense of the night was it going to be The Rock or Austin coming out with them too? I thought it was going to be The Rock because
somebody else called that. I ain't pointing.
Then again,
somebody else called that. I'm not pointing.
The fact of the matter is, it didn't matter.
But somebody else called that. I'm just
we get it, Agent J.
Take me out of my
We
room.
get it, Agent J. The deal is Austin came out. I believe it started off with the 3 of them getting in the ring together and New Day pulling maybe Wade Barrett or Sheamus out of the ring and 3-on-1 and him so they could all have 3-on-3 in the ring. I believe Sheamus was the first to get a Socko. The first one to get stunned was Rusev, so actually I was wrong. And then Rusev decided to sell like The Rock would and do a complete backflip. Someone got stunned, or not stunned, but Sweet Chin Music too, and I believe that might have been Wade Barrett.
And then Xavier. Okay, so at the end,
Xavier Woods was in the ring with the rest of New Day and the Legends, and he's dancing and he's really trying hard to get Stone Cold to dance. Stone Cold dance and then dances with him for a second.
And he gives him the 2 flying birds.
As not Kofi, but Xavier likes to dance with his little spins. He slowly 360s into like you said, the 2 fabulous Freebirds and a Stone Cold Stunner. And you could tell, like you said, he probably begged to be stunned because that was probably the best, 1.5 seconds of his life when he was flying in the air.
Oh, dude, Xavier Woods is one of those guys who he'd probably be all just the rest of the night. I got stunned by Stone Cold Steve Austin. You understand what that means because he's one of them guys.
And then again,
they came out.
He was probably arguing.
These are the 3 dudes who came out dressed like fucking.
I said Power Rangers, but you're right.
They are all dressed like Dragon Ball characters, and it was amazing.
I can see Xavier Woods and Rusev having an argument about who sold better. It looked like he was getting tased in midair, Xavier did, and Rusev looked like he was getting taken to Suplex City by Brock Lesnar. Which brings us to probably one of the more boring and predictable matches and
Brock Lesnar defeating Dean Ambrose.
The only reason
in a no
it was boring
street fight.
The only reason it was kind of boring.
It's 13 minutes and 6 seconds long.
You knew that chainsaw wasn't going to get used.
No.
You knew Vince didn't have enough money to pay Brock Lesnar what he would have wanted to take barbed wire to the back.
No.
He's not Mick Foley. And I think Dean winning probably could have gave some super shock value, but I don't think they're going to deteriorate Lesnar like that. So giving him a 2 count and a really close decision, or a really close chance, I think was probably the best thing they could have done.
They're sitting there saying to themselves,
for what it's worth, that match was as good as it could have gone.
Dean Ambrose probably was in the back and was like, all right, look, you guys, I can't win.
The only thing they could have done better...
Undertaker lost his streak. Brock Lesnar's the new king of WrestleMania.
The only thing I think they could have done better was having them practice it, obviously, for a couple days, but having the F5 countered into a double arm DDT be all in one motion. Then Lesnar kicking out of that probably would have gave a little bit of shock value. You already know Lesnar's probably not going to lose, so... Like I said, for what it was a decent match. But, Next.
Charlotte, with Ric Flair, defeated Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks.
Without Snoop Dogg. Wait, what? Nowhere to be found after the entrance, although that entrance was legit.
in a triple threat for the inaugural WWE Women's Championship.
Beautiful
First
match.
Ever Women's Champion.
Started off real fast paced, bunch of pinfalls, bridges from Becky and stuff like that. Well, no, Charlotte got the win, but
she's the first ever WWE Women's Champion.
And like I said, that lion salt off the top of the top rope to the outside of the ring.
16 minutes and 3 seconds is what they
match lasted. Yeah, that's great. And it kind of sucks and it's predictable with WWE shit the way Ric Flair helped his daughter pick up the win. But congrats to Charlotte. Triple threat match, anything can happen. They could have given the title to Sasha like everybody wanted. Or if they really wanted to piss people off, give it to Becky after she's lost so many times. But that wasn't going to happen.
Charlotte deserved it. She deserved the win. I think that...
I'm just glad.
I think that that's how the night kind of went. I mean, I thought they were definitely going to put AJ Styles over.
Oh, yeah. For the two
I thought Zack Ryder deserved it.
But wasn't going to get it.
Yeah,
exactly. For me in that Divas match, the triple threat, dude, the only two things I'm glad for is that the match lived up to the hype and that when Charlotte pulled off that somersault, she landed right on top of Becky's head, man. She could have broke her neck. The way she was positioned, she landed on top of her head.
It was crazy.
Cooch on top of head is the way that happened.
Undertaker defeated Shane McMahon in the most predictable match on the card.
The most predictable way. The match was great, but...
The match was better than I thought it was going to be, but...
Still could have been a little better.
No.
Well, they actually...
No, it couldn't have been better.
Shane McMahon gets bolt cutters.
It was the best
cuts off
match that they
bolts
could have had.
To the outside of the cell, over to the right of the announcers and their tables, and right in front of there. After he cuts the bolts off, Taker picks him up on his shoulder and slams him through that cell piece, and it lands on the German announce table. They shit themselves and all that. That was great. And then in the most predictable fashion, Shane again with the monitors, and at least he hit him twice, so Taker would lay down long enough for it to look realistic. And then Shane gets up there for about 2.5 minutes at least. He prays, and then he finally drops, and by then it's too late. Taker moves.
Taker moves. I thought Taker should have moved too because it took a long time for Shane to get up there. It took a long time for Shane to make it happen. Undertaker moves. Shane takes the bump. Shane is a beast for doing what he had to do to be in it. If nobody else was going to take on the Undertaker, at least that happened.
Shane was going to take a bump anyways, though. I wish Taker for his...
If Shane had won, he would have gained control of Raw.
For his Phenom legacy, I wish Undertaker would have took that elbow.
And he is not barred from competing
He could have took 10 or 15 minutes after that to sit up, but if he would have took that elbow and still sat up and went into the ring with a tombstone.
It came down to Baron Corbin and Kane in the 20-man Battle Royal, and Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy went to Baron Corbin.
NXT through
The Rock defeated Eric Rowan in 6 seconds.
After a beautiful promo. Well, actually, a beautiful entrance followed by a decent promo for how predictable it was.
I think they missed the bus on Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan.
Being scary?
They should have interrupted Brock Lesnar, but maybe Brock Lesnar's going on vacation for
a different route. Yeah, you never know.
The Rock defeated Eric Rowan.
6 seconds, and then
6 seconds.
Had
it been the other one, had it been the good one, might have lasted a little longer.
Fuck yeah, but he was talking about breaking records. You can almost feel that one coming.
Roman Reigns defeated Triple H for the
title,
and the best part of that match was Triple H's entrance.
Actually, Stephanie being a part of it. Triple H got speared through the barricade from a full sprint by Roman Reigns. That was awesome. Triple H had the sledgehammer in his hand when he hit a couple of spears and Superman punches in succession. It was all entertaining for what the match was, you know. And good job for Triple H to putting over Roman Reigns the way he did.
I knew that Roman Reigns was going to win because Roman Reigns was Triple H's side project since jump.
And not only that, I would like to hope that he wasn't
Roman Reigns was created.
That he wasn't booked to be
by
the
Triple H.
Buffalo Bills of entertainment.
Let's see what happens in the WWE Monday Night Raw Fallout of WrestleMania. It should be very entertaining. We'll have a recap of all that, plus some Lucha Underground, plus all of our sports subjects.
Plus, thank you guys for listening, and sorry we bored you with a bunch of wrestling.
Is it too late now to
We
say